Good morning, my name is Marcy. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd. Today's video is a garden video. We have been having a lot of rain and we didn't have any rain yesterday or this morning, so I'm going to take advantage and record a quick video. And by quick video, I am not sure how long this video is going to be because honestly, I haven't done a whole lot in the garden because of the rain. Last night I finally got out into the garden and was able to prune the poor tomato plants. I find it kind of humbling, I suppose is the right word, that the year I finally decide to share the garden is the same year that either the garden or Mother Nature decides it's going to show me who's really in charge of the garden. It's been a rainy, damp, cold June, which is not typical for our area, even though I'm in zone 4A, which was 3B when they changed the zones a couple years ago. Like I said, I don't know what much to say because some things have changed in the garden, but I think for the most part things look the same. I can tell that some things have grown and yeah. I guess I didn't think too much about this before I decided to come out and start recording. Actually, I think I spent more time today trying to set up the phone to record than the last time. All right, I'm going to do a quick garden tour because like I said, I think things mostly look the same. The squash has grown a decent amount. The cucumbers have grown. I know the tomatoes have grown, but they don't look like it, although I'm probably due to start trellising, doing the next round of trellising for the tomatoes. Pruning, what I did was mostly take off the bottom leaves because they were too close to the ground, and with all the rain they weren't looking so good. Honestly, I don't know what's doing the tomatoes more harm, if it's the lack of sun, the cool weather, or the near constant rain. We added some amendments to the garden soil in the hopes that it would help try to perk them up a little bit, and I think it has done them some good. I just am not used to my tomatoes looking like this at the beginning of July. What else? Oh, the milkweeds come in. If you didn't know, I grow milkweed, not on purpose, but a few years back some of it started growing and I started seeing the monarch caterpillars on them, so I try to keep at least a small patch going, and for the longest time I was letting it grow in the garden too, as well as being outside. But I think last year it was trying to take over and I started ripping out a lot of it, but it's really hard to get rid of. I also wanted to keep some in the garden because it's more protected in there, so whatever critters or the chickens can't see the caterpillars and decide that it's a tasty little morsel. Because one year I think we counted like 30 caterpillars, and the next day almost all of them were gone, so something came in and got them, and I want to do my part to keep the butterflies going. So, all right, enough rambling for that. Thank you for watching my video. Bye. The last video I showed the grapevine, and I think it was just starting to leaf out a little bit. Now you can see that it has really taken off. I've had this grapevine for 11 years, I think, 11 or 12 years. Last couple of years is when it started fruiting, and then I have to fight the deer to get the fruit first. Last year, the deer nibbled my grapevines and ate most of my grapes. But you can see if I can find them. I've got grapes starting. That's just one cluster. I am drawing a blank on what grapevine this is. It's a grapevine that's more suited for colder climates. I'll put the name on the screen. And over here is some of the milkweed that we have. It's coming in nicely. I haven't seen any caterpillars yet. Grapevine starting to attach itself to the fence. Some violas are starting to come up. My poor brassica patch. I have a sneaking suspicion that the fence gate popped open and either, well, I was blaming the hens at first, but I think a deer came in and nibbled all of my poor plants. So I don't know if I'm going to get anything this year. More milkweed, a lot of milkweed. Some of my tomato plants. I'm starting to get little tomatoes, like you can see right here. But they all seem small that I've seen so far. They haven't grown very big, but I have to remind myself that they are just starting to grow. And over here we've got the pepper plants. My coleus. The two pepper plants in here look like they're doing good. I've also got something that looks suspiciously like a sunflower or two. So I'm gonna keep those in and see if anything becomes of them. I just noticed that I've got some more violas coming up. One of my dreams was to have violas growing all over the property. Maybe not in my containers, but elsewhere. At this point, I'm happy to have them. The asparagus ferned out. Probably as tall as me, maybe taller. The green beans are coming up nicely. I planted those along the side, and when they get long enough, I'll encourage them to go over to the fence and start climbing. suspect this is another sunflower, so I'm leaving it for now. Our first peppers are starting to show up. These are the hollyhocks that were growing in the cucumber patch, and I transplanted them over into the pot. They have really taken off in the last few weeks. The lavender, not so much. The celery's looking really good too. This was from my son for my birthday a few years ago. Lavender's looking good. My cucumbers are starting to vine out very nicely. I think the last time there's only like 2 or 3 leaves on each plant. I've got a lot of clover growing. My little sugar snap plant. Radishes, my musclin mix, my 2 cosmos. As you can tell, I did not weed before coming out here because I am not that kind of girl apparently. What you see is what you get. And the radishes are looking pretty good. My poor broccoli, although it's getting bigger, something apparently thinks it's delicious. Here's the other patch. And here is one of the squash plants. It was just a wee baby the last time I recorded. More pepper plants. Jalapeno pepper plants. More squash. Starting to really take off. They like this spot. They like the grow bags. Let's see if I can get in here. More jalapenos. This poor jalapeno doesn't seem to be doing so great. And my thyme. Now I know thyme is a plant that likes, I think, drier soil and lots of heat. And we have not had that kind of weather yet, so I'm not surprised it's not really taking off yet. The lemon balm seems to be really liking the weather though. I think that's almost tripled in size since I last recorded. And here is another pepper plant with the sugar snap peas. Those have taken off in the last few days. Another gift from my son for my birthday. All right. That is it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.